afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. Study after study on healthy aging points to the need for a regular routine of exercise. The Vermont Senior Games Association, helps support healthy aging, and you don't have to be an athlete or interested in competitive sports to participate. In fact, in just a moment, we're going to meet an 89-year-old Vermonter who will share with us how exercise has helped keep her going. But first, I want to introduce Marty Powers. Marty is the co-chair of the Vermont Senior Games. Welcome. Thanks so much for being with us.
Okay, thank you, Judy.
Let's start out talking about the Vermont Senior Games Association.
Alrighty. I'll briefly tell you that the Vermont Senior Games we're dedicated to fun, to fitness, fellowship. Those are the three things that are most important to us. We sponsor over 20 games every year. Everything from pickleball to billiards to you name it, we probably have it on the game schedule. And people can certainly go on to our website and be able to see what games that we have online for 2015. We also have a non-competitive side, which we call the Move for Wellbeing. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. But definitely, our athletes are true Olympians. We are part of the Olympic movement. Every other year, we are able to go to the National Senior Games, which are very well attended, thousands of people that show up from all over the country. So every other year, we have what is called a qualifying year. 2014 was our qualifying year. So we have many people who won medals and did so with an eye that maybe they would be able to go to the competition. So the competition this year in 2015 will be held in Minneapolis, and we're very proud to say that we will have a group of Vermonters attending that. It's a lot of fun, and we welcome anybody into the Vermont Senior Games that wants to participate.
And so you have the Senior Games for competitive athletes, but then you also have Move for Wellbeing program, which offers a non-competitive option. Tell me a little bit about that.
We decided that not everybody wants to compete. Okay.
Well, that can be a little intimidating.
Yeah, it can. And so we decided that we really needed a companion program that would target people that just wanted to get up and move and reward people. I don't like to say so much it's an incentive program as it is a reward program for people to get up and move and do a variety of things and things that are important to them. It can be anything from walking, it can be Tai Chi is another good thing, yoga, anything that you do to move your body is part of that non-competitive piece. So we were able to get a grant from the UVM Agency on Aging, and so that has helped us to get this program moving. And it's really a good fit, I think, for people who still want to get out, they want to do things socially with a group, they want to meet other people that are also interested in doing things with them. And so this is kind of what we do on that piece of the program. And
so now Move for Wellbeing has established a partnership with the SASH program, and SASH stands for Support and Services at Home. How did that evolve?
That was to be honest with you, SASH's goal and our goal are pretty much such a complement that we decided that maybe we should join and make this one program for them. Also, I'm a volunteer with the SASH group, so I was able to help with getting the first walking group started at the Nordics Center in Essex. And so we were able to get things pretty much going there. We had a group to start out with, I think, of about 10 or 15 people. It's grown now to almost over 30 people that are walking. It's basically a wintertime program, and SASH has been very instrumental in working with us, and together we have one wonderful program, I believe, for people who want to keep moving and want a place that they can do that safely, a place that it's warm for them to be in.
Especially this winter. This has been a brutal winter.
I know, I thought about that too.
So talk a little bit about the incentives that are offered by Move for Wellbeing.
Well, we have an incentive program that really, at the minimum, rewards people for doing 15 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Now, you're going to see with this SASH program that they do much more than that. But what we did is to try to tailor those incentives for that program and what would make most sense for that. So we have a monthly drawing of $25. We enter everybody's name who has walked that month, and so and then we have several of those incentives that we give during the month. So they have a chance that they're just going to get this nice $25 in the mail, and we feel really good about that. But the most fun that we have is that at the end of the 6-month season, for people who have walked consistently 3 months out of that 6 months, we have a party, and it is a lot of fun. We provide lunch for them. The people help us decorate for things that, for getting this party ready. We give out medals for people who have, to almost everyone who has really achieved that 3-month goal. And we give them a check for $25 for their effort. So it's, like I say, I like to think that we're rewarding people for taking the extra effort to do this. It's not an incentive, it's really a reward.
So if people want more information on the Move for Wellbeing program, you can call for more information. That number is 802-656-4220. That's 802-656-4220. You can also find Move for Wellbeing on the web, and we put the website on your screen. It is moveforwellbeing.org. Now, we have a guest, Marty. Maybe you could introduce us?
I did. I'm going to let her tell you how old she is in the conversation. But this is Betty Moore. Betty is one of our most aggressive participants. We love to have her, and she's here to really talk a little bit about the walking program. She's in both the walking program and the strength training program. So she's here to talk a little bit about what this means to her and giving us the perspective from her viewpoint of how helpful these programs are for her. So, and I believe you work out 2 days a week in with the walking program. That's walking an hour each day, each of those 2 days. The strength training program is an hour for 2 days a week. She also does yoga for an hour during the week, and that doesn't count going to the grocery store
and everything else,
all the other things that you do. So we're very proud of Betty, and I'm so happy she could be here with us today.
So Betty, tell us how you got involved with this in the first place.
How I got involved in strength training? Well, when I joined SASH, they started the program, and I was very interested in it because I need motivation when I wake up in the morning, and it's helped me motivate myself. It's helped me mentally. You socialize with people, and I love going.
And so did you find it's easier to exercise because you're part of a group?
Yes, absolutely. Because you won't do it when you're by yourself. And so when you're in the group, it gives you, the motivation to do it, and you've got other people there to socialize with.
Now, were you always physically active?
Yes. Yes.
Yep. What were some of the things that you liked doing when you were younger?
When I was younger, I used to do a lot of sports, baseball and volleyball. I used to ride bikes a lot. I jogged 5 miles a day for 3 years.
Wow.
Every night. And I drove, I commuted 100 miles a day to work.
Wow.
And I'd come home and I would do my jogging. So I've always been active.
So what's the most important thing that you've taken away from the walking group and the strength training?
The most important thing is it's helped me mentally and physically. And when I get up in the morning, I'm stiff. And it's helped me. I get up and I can move now. And it's just mostly mentally. It's helped me.
Is it intimidating at all? I mean, there might be some people who might be watching this and think, well, I'd like to start, but I don't know, I'm really not that big of an athlete, or I can't really walk that far.
Well, they won't try. You have to try. And if I don't, in the summertime, we don't have a walking program. I walk every day 1.5 miles to 2 miles. And if I don't get up early before it gets too hot, then I put a guilt trip on myself. And I go out and I walk, whether it's 100 degrees or what it is.
So now, Marty, strength training is your newest program. When did you start that, and how's it progressing?
We started that at the end of September of 2014, and it really kind of started as a pilot because we didn't have, along with the SASH people, we did not have really a strength training program, at least for the group of people that were out in the Essex area. So we decided to kind of have a pilot, and so we put something out that said, please join us. We'd like to see how this works. We want to check with you in 3 months and let's see how we're doing. Let's see if this is worth doing. And also, I might add, the reason strength training is so important to me is that is my sport with the Vermont Senior Games. So I have this passion for working out because I think that it is the foundation for everything that we do. It allows us to walk better. It allows us to be more focused. There just are a lot of things that I feel are very important. So we have been going since then. In January, we kind of reassessed and said, okay, do we want to continue this program? And all the participants said, yes, yes, we want to continue. So we have formed a very close-knit group, although we welcome new people in all of the time. But, and really, we welcome them. And they're all levels and abilities. You don't have to be pumping iron. You have to just be able to use a reasonable amount of weight. And in some cases, we have people who are not using much weight at all because of the disabilities maybe that they have. We do require that they have a doctor's okay. That's really the only prerequisite to doing the strength training program. And we're really very, very proud. I can tell you that unless someone has a doctor appointment, we see the same faces time after time after time. And that's really an unusual thing. You know, a lot of people start out and they just don't continue, but we haven't seen that to be the case with strength training.
So Betty, how has strength training helped you?
Well, it's helped me. It motivates me. It gives me a reason to get up, and you can get out and socialize, meet new people, and it's helped me mentally. You know, as you get older, you know, you kind of don't want to do things, and so I love it.
Well, Marty, let's get back a little bit and talk about the Vermont Senior Games for just a moment. What are some of the new events that are happening in 2015? Oh,
we have some exciting things coming up in 2015. We're going to be doing billiards this year. We have something called disc golf. And I guess that's kind of a craze that's
it's like a frisbee.
Sweeping, yes, sweeping the nation. We also are doing a trail run this year. And another thing that we're doing is something called on the track and field day, which is June 27th. We're doing something to incorporate now our walking community. We are doing something called Precision Walk. And it's going to be a little event all by itself. And it's not a competitive event. What you have to do is to estimate how long it's going to take you to walk a mile. And so some people might, and so whoever comes the closest to that estimate is going to, we will be rewarding medals, gold, silver, bronze. And we're really excited. We hope that people dress up. We are going to be forming teams of, we hope, maybe 3 or 4 people. So some people may decide to walk individually. Some may want to walk with their team. We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate being the people that we are. We'll have other athletes there watching the track and field. So they're going to cheer on the group that's walking. And I think it's, again, it's a reward for the people and a way for them to participate in senior games that we haven't had or focused on before.
And you mentioned earlier, too, that it's not about the competition. I mean, each competitor is rooting for everybody.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And so if people want more information about the Senior Games, what should they do?
They should, the best thing would be, I believe there is a, we have a phone number, 802-985-2766, or they can go online. That's a very good way. If you go online, you'll be able to see what games are available. We'll be able to see who the sports coordinators are for each of the games, some information, all kinds of information on that. Also, we have a Facebook page. We would like you to like us, and so you'll get all information on Facebook. So those are kind of the ways that you can get to us. If you also provide us with your email address. We will mail you 3 times a year. We have a newsletter, has lots of interesting articles in it. It tells you a lot about what's happening, and it's great.
And if people also want more information on the Move for Wellbeing program, they can call the number that's on the screen, 656-4220. And even if they just are looking for some information to see if there's such a program in their area, it's a good idea.
Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's our program for today. I'm Judy Simpson. We'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.